Good afternoon, guys. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning recipes, a little bit of everything. It's a couple of days before Thanksgiving, so we wanted to give one big grocery store tour to show you what's going on and what we're seeing here as shortages in the DFW area. Stay tuned. First up, guys, was the canned goods, and you can see there are some hits, but it still looks to be pretty good, thank goodness. Kudos to Kroger here on keeping these items stocked. This is the biggest dent I've seen in the soups since I've been doing these videos. You can see there's a little bit of a space up there in the right hand corner, and you can see down there on the left hand side where there's a hit on some soups down there. I have a feeling that's the cream of mushroom that we all use for our green bean casserole. Hams look to be okay. A lot of people here in Texas make a turkey and a ham for for Thanksgiving. We too are going to make a turkey and a ham, so we were glad to see this. And let's look at the chickens here. I have a feeling that the reason why the chickens are not as plentiful as we have seen in the past is because, unfortunately, our Thanksgiving gatherings are going to be much smaller this year, and so people have opted to take a whole chicken instead of a turkey, and it makes me very sad. But yeah, you can see that there's a couple of chickens and that there's a little bit of a hit. The rest of the meats look to be okay. No issues here. Everything looks to be fully stocked. On to the canning supplies. You can see the canning supplies look just fine. Gosh, I'm excited about this actually because I'm probably going to need to pick up a couple more cases. My spring gardening will be here before you know it, and I'll be canning all of my goods that I can. And the vinegar still looks a little slim. You can see down there it's the apple cider vinegar, and the white vinegar looks to have taken a hit. There's still some empty shelf spaces there. So still gathering what we need for our canning supplies in the spring. On to the flu and cold medicines. Guys, it's looking pretty good. You can see that there's plenty of Theraflu there. There's NyQuil. There are some vacant spots down there on the bottom, but we were able to pick up a couple of bottles, and we always keep that stocked, especially this time of year. And here is the fever reducers and the pain relievers. You can see there's a couple of vacant spots in the Advil and in the Tylenol and in the naproxen sodium. So, yeah, I'm not seeing a lot behind that. You might pay attention when you're out and about and grab a couple of boxes. Milk is looking about the same that it always has. It stays right there in front. There's not a lot behind it, but we're still thankful that we're able to get it. And you can see down there that a regular gallon of milk is $3.09. Eggs look to be plentiful, thank goodness, because it is baking season and we want to have plenty of eggs. And of course, here's the toilet paper and paper towel aisle. It does not look fully stocked like it has in the past. It looks like they have napkins up there up top instead of paper towels, and then you can see down there they have the Kroger brand that matches the Scott toilet paper tissue. Kleenexes, picked up a couple of boxes of these. Again, it's flu and cold season. We want to make sure we have plenty of Kleenexes, but you can see they had quite a few on the shelf. Here is another view of the toilet paper, and again, you can see it is the Kroger brand equivalent to the Scott. On to the cleaning. Looky there. There's plenty of cleaning supplies. They even have my Arm & Hammer antibacterial wipes. They have plenty of Windex. They have Clorox. So we are happy to see this. Here is another portion of the cleaning aisle. There is some empty space there, and I am guessing that it is like where the Pine Sol and stuff goes. So this is the first time I've seen that there's not any Pine Sol, which we use a lot of as well. Frozen foods. This is where the corn dogs are and the lunch stuff. And I hadn't seen it hit like this in a couple of weeks. You can go back and look at some of my videos. This looks to be a little bit bigger dent than what I've seen in the past. It could be because of the holidays. I know a lot of kids are back in school, but there are also some kids still working, going to school remotely, and but they're going to be off probably this week, and so I would expect that this is parents preparing for lunches. Pizzas, frozen pizzas look to be okay. And here are some of the breakfast foods. We had heard that there was some shortage on breakfast foods, but you can see it's okay stocked here. Maybe a couple of dents, but still some items to choose from for your kiddos. Here is another view of it. These are the sandwiches, the breakfast sandwiches. Butter looks to be great. Thank goodness, because again, it's baking season and we use a lot of butter this time of year. Here is the canned biscuit aisle. We've not shown this to you before. It looks to be pretty well stocked. And the coffee aisle has continued to struggle. If you look down there at the Folgers, there are none there's none behind each of the front rows. This has been consistent, guys, for the last 6 weeks. So it looks like coffee continues to be a hard item to keep on the shelf. Here is some of the bagged coffee. It looks to be okay, but you can see some of the community brand. There are a couple of vacant spaces there over there to the right. Turkeys, 37 cents a pound. And we did pick up a couple of these because we can freeze these and we can use these for lunch meat. So we have our turkey for Thanksgiving, and we have one for after Thanksgiving, and possibly one for Christmas. Here's the bacon and the lunch meat. We had heard that there was some bacon issues and bacon shortages. We're not seeing it here. It looks like there's plenty of bacon there. There's some dents in the lunch meat, but again, I think it's because kids are home for the week. Spice aisle looks to be pretty good, thank goodness. Plenty of spices, but look back there. You can see the baking goods. Let's get a closer look. So you can see there's a couple of vacant spots, but there seems to be plenty of flour. I would say that sugar seems to be okay for now. I do expect that that will pick up and start to be exhausted between now and Christmas. So be sure and pick up a couple of bags of sugar if you're out and about. Another aisle we hadn't visited is the Ragu spaghetti sauce, or the Prego, or just generally jarred spaghetti sauce. It's taken a pretty big hit. Look, guys, there's some up to the left that's empty, and then some there in the middle. It doesn't look like there's a lot of jars behind it, so it looks like spaghetti sauce may be one of the concerning items. Pasta looks to be great, though. This is the best I've seen the pasta in the last month, probably. This is the chili and some of the manwich, stuff that you can mix with your hamburger meat that are quick meals, and they look to be just fine. Here's the tomato sauce. We had to pick up some tomato sauce, and Rotel's always a great thing to have this time of year. We use that to make our queso here in Texas, and I'm sure many of you do too, but tomato sauce looks to be okay. We did pick up a couple of cans just in case because it is chili season. And here are some of the canned beans. These are the Goyas, and you can see that there's some issues there. So be sure and pick up a couple of cans of canned beans, because I got to tell you, our Kroger looks fantastic compared to what I'm hearing from you guys all over the country. So if you're out and about and you see these things, you need to get them. Here's the bean and rice aisle. I did see a shortage last week on the rice. There was like 1 or 2 bags on the shelf. So it looks like they've gotten fully restocked. Everything looks great here, and don't forget to pick up your black-eyed peas for New Year's Eve. Here's another shot of the rice. Looks really good. And of course, the wine or the alcohol aisle. It is coming up in the holidays. I know a lot of you drink wine with your dinners and your celebrations. Looking good here. Produce seems to be fine. No concerns here. We were able to get what we needed. And here are the snack aisles. Chips look to be okay. We usually buy the Kroger brand, but you can see here that there's some vacant spots, but I bet that they're going to have this restocked by first thing in the morning. So in closing, you know what? I got to say kudos to Kroger south of DFW because they have done a wonderful job at keeping everything stocked. This is 2 days before Thanksgiving. So I do expect that there's going to be a lot of people in the store. There were today, and I expect there will be a lot tomorrow. People stocking up, but man, I'm just not seeing any concerns yet. Yes, I understand that there's situations with canned goods and some of the soups, but still, there's still plenty to choose from, and we are so thankful for that. So if you're out and about, pick up what you can. We'll continue to do these updates until the situation kind of rests itself and goes away, actually, and we hope it goes away quick. We do wish you and yours a very happy Thanksgiving. Please stay tuned. I'm going to be doing some more Thanksgiving quick hacks, and I'm going to show you how to make giblet gravy. So stay tuned. Take care. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you soon.